Welcome back to Shrek's Casting Couch. So back in February, I filmed this video where I was going to be comparing film and digital, but it quickly turned into a disaster. From my footage turning me into a mime, and then realizing that I ramble way too much in front of a camera. Over the water, and sort of makes it look a lot nicer than just... But it's alright, because the camera switched to its internal mic, so you can't hear me anyway. But I'm here in my shed to talk to you about it anyway. So grab a drink and enjoy the video. So let's talk about what I was shooting with. Analog, I was shooting with my Ricoh KR-5 with its Makinon 24-50 lens. With Film Never Dies, a house film IRO 400. I think it's meant to be pronounced IRO, but it sounds shit in an Australian accent. And digital, I was shooting on my Sony A7iii and its 24-70 Zeiss lens. So let's talk about the first shot. So I feel the film shot actually makes you focus on the landscape, since the sky is so washed out, but I love the warm earthy tones and the nostalgic feel that it gives. And for the digital shot, I feel the greens are a lot more saturated, and the dynamic range really allows for the reflections and the blues to shine. So shot 2, again, I think is pretty similar. I really like the way the film rendered this waterscape. However, the greens are more saturated in this shot, but that's probably just due to the way the lab scanned my film. And again, the sky is very desaturated. Now the digital shot's framing is a little bit to the right of where I shot the film on, and I definitely like the framing of the film shot better. However, I think the digital renders these colors pretty nicely and close to reality. Sort of underexposing parts of it so the blue really comes through. So I'll just briefly cover these two. I don't know what happened with my film shot, but the digital one actually came out pretty nice. I really like the texture on the bark, and the bokeh is actually pretty pleasing. So this pathway shot I actually really like. I wanted to test how IRO would deal with the shadows. I'm really happy with the amount of detail you get, with it still maintaining a true-to-life contrast. Even though I did kind of miss focus, I think I must have shot this at like 3.3. And that's a lesson for you that if you're going to shoot environmental shots, always shoot at f8 or above, so everything's in focus. Unless it's a specific subject that you're trying to isolate, you're generally going to end up with a better image. The digital color palette is definitely a lot less pleasing. I also must have shot this further back, so that didn't help either. Honestly, I think film renders busy scenes a lot better than digital does. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe that's a topic I'll make a video on in the future. So this was probably my favorite shot of the day. When I found it, I was extremely excited. Seeing dappled light come through on rocks, or pretty much anything, will make any film photographer excited. Maybe even a little bit too excited. But the reason I liked it so much was because the light perfectly highlighted these pebbles in the water, and the blue reflection from the sky I thought was a great color contrast. Now the digital definitely did saturate the blues a lot more, and that definitely seems to be a running theme with the digital versus film. I still like the digital shot, but I think I like the film shot more, but it was just a beautiful scene no matter what you used. So this next shot's a bit of a bonus shot, and I wanted to test the macro function on the lens. A lot of old film zoom lenses have a macro function, which I never really tested, so I thought I might as well add it to this video. It would still need to be a fair bit away. It's kind of not really that macro. Because I'm moving a lot. There's no film stabilization in it, which I wish they would make, but I don't think camera companies are going to make any modern day film cameras anytime soon. And it's actually pretty cool being able to focus this close on a subject. However, I wouldn't be shooting any bug macros or anything due to how slow it takes for manual focusing. Although, it might just be me that's slow. So I took a few shots here, and honestly I'm not going to cover all of them individually because they're all pretty similar. However, this one was definitely my favorite. So the blue reflection against the brown is honestly a combination that I didn't actually think I would like that much. As for the digital, I think the film beats it again because the earthy tones are just much nicer to look at. So in conclusion, I think Professor Oak said it best. There's a time and a place for everything. So I don't think one medium is ultimately better than the other. I will say that my compositions on film were a lot better than on digital. So maybe it is true what they say. Shooting film really does make you slow down and think about your shot a little bit more. Or maybe my subconscious just wanted you to shoot film. So thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. It was a fun little experiment. And if you want to go watch more fun experiments, then make sure to go watch Bill Nye on Netflix. But if you want to see more of my work, then make sure to subscribe or follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MigMedia. I hope to see you again soon.